Greetings all, lovely to see you all again. Today we're going to be looking at a lovely Pantera song called Mouth of War. Let's take a look. Okay, let's take a look at the first section. I want to slide into 6 of the 4th string. And when I get there, I want to hit it 4 more times. So I want to go slide, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, you can think of the slide as the first count. So we've got 5 picks all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I go. So what I'm doing here is playing 8 of the 3rd and then back up to 6 of the 4th. Then I use my middle finger to slide from 7 to 11. When I get to 11, I've got that sort of polite bend up. So all together, we're going to slide in with the 5 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I work into this phrase. Alright, what I'm doing here is sliding from maybe 2 frets back, but I'm not thinking too specifically. We want to slide into 13 of the 4th string. And then flatten that middle finger, that's what I'm using here, to 13 of the 3rd. Then I hit 12 of the 2nd string and then hit it again and slide from 12 to 14. So I'm using my pointer finger twice there. All together thus far. Okay, then I swap that over for my ring finger because it's too hard to get the next bend. So I go. So I do the slide in from 12 to 14 on the 2nd string, swap it over for the ring and then do a bend. Go back to 12 with my pointer there. And then resolve the end of that phrase on 13 of the 3rd string. So I go. One more time, a little slower. Alright, that's all of section 1. Let's try it again a little slower. Okay, let's have a look at the 2nd section. I want to slide basically a power chord into 12 of the 2nd string, and my ring or my pinky will be following on 14 of the 1st string. So I do that slide in, and then when I get there I want to hit it 4 more times. So it's exactly the same as that kind of idea, I guess. When I get there I should have the slide and then 4 more picks. So altogether we'll have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I do it again, but after this group of 5 I've got a 6th pick on the backstroke, and I bring that power chord shape over to 14 and 16. So we're going. Hopefully that's making sense, and then I go into this. So I'm working through just a basic minor shape. I'm sliding in from not anywhere too specific to 20 of the 3rd string. Then I hit 21 of the 2nd. And then I hit 19 of the 1st twice and do that slidey idea again. So it's very similar to... If that makes sense. Sorry about that, that was a bit lame. Anyway, so we're going... Hitting the 19 twice and then sliding into 21. So sliding to 20 of the 3rd, 21 of the 2nd string, and then 19 of the 1st twice with that slide. And at the end of that, all I've got there is just a big delicious bend on 21 of the 1st string, and then I resolve that on 19. So let's do this whole section slowly again from those power chords at the start. Okay, let's take a look at the last section. I want to start from 21 of the 1st. I'm going to do a slight bend, then bring it down very slightly from that bend and give it a bit of a vibrato. That was challenging. Anyway, so go. So do the same thing 3 times. And Notice I got sort of a weird squeaky harmony there. I'm trying to hit the 2nd and the 1st string together on that big 23 fret bend. So let's put together what we got from the start a little slower. Okay, then after that we work into this run. there's that bluesy run at the end. Anyway, let's take this slowly. We're going to start off in a group of 3, and then for the most part of this run, we're going to be working in groups of 4. So the first 3 notes, with a slight mute on the right hand, or your picking hand rather, if you are left-handed, sorry. I'm playing 14, 15, 16 on the 6th string. Then I repeat that again for the next group of 4. So I'm going to go, at the second group, I'm ending on 13 in the 5th. Okay, then after that I work into this. So what I'm doing there is playing 14, 16 on the 6th string, and then 13, 14 on the 5th. I want to add one more chunk to that, and then we'll put it all together. I'm going from 16 of the 6th, and then 13, 14, 16 on the 5th. So all together this chunk thus far. Okay? And we'll move on to this. Alright, that's going to start from 14 of the 5th. I'm using my pointer now, so I've shuffled the whole shape over just a little bit. I want to be playing 14, 16, 18 on the 5th, and then 14 of the 4th. Okay, then from there, what I'm doing here is I'm playing 16, 18 on the 5th, and then 14, 16 on the 4th. Okay, and then the next little chunk I'm playing 18 on the 6th, 18 on the 5th rather, and then 14, 16, 18 on the 4th. So of this little chunk here, we should have 3 groups of 4 now. Okay, now this is the last little bit. This is sort of a quick 5th note. So what I'm doing here is I'm playing 14, 16, 18 on the 4th, and then quickly playing 15, 16 on the 3rd. And that's the whole run before we get to that sort of G-sharp bluesy riff. So thus far of this big chunk here, I'll do it nice and slowly. We're working with this phrase. Okay, so this is working around a very simply kind of bendy pentatonic idea in G-sharp. I did the same thing thrice, so let's go over it a little bit slowly. What I'm doing here is kind of gently sweeping through. I'm doing a quick bend on 18 of the 3rd, and I do a hammer on into a pull-off from 16 to 19 back to 16 on the 2nd string. So that slight bend and the hammer onto the pull-off. Then I go. So after I've done that pull-off, I hammer back in and do a bend. Now, I don't know whether you need to pick it again or whether you can hammer it. It doesn't make too much of a difference either way. If you've got enough momentum though, the pull off and then hammering back in and doing a bend sounds just as cool. So I'm doing a slight sweep. After I've done that bend on 19 of the 2nd string, I play 16 of the 1st and then do a pull off from 19 to 16 on the 2nd string. So I'll do that a bit slowly. As I said, it's the same thing 3 times. The end of it is a big bend on 20 of the 1st string. Then I bring it back down and play 16 of the 1st and 16 of the 2nd, so I'm rolling that pointer. And then I end on a bended vibrato on 19 of the 2nd. So that's pretty much the whole section. Let's try it slowly from those bends on 21 from the start of this section. And that was the Mouthful War solo. I hope you guys have enjoyed that. I just wanted to let you know as well that I'm running some one-on-one Skype lessons online, so if you guys want to email me at learnthatsolo@gmail.com, we can figure out a time and just sort of talk about things that you guys want to work on privately. I'll see you soon.